Back in about 1988, I had started racing cross, taking the beat up old car and loaded a bunch of people in and going all around New England and hitting up the local cross scene.
A lot of really high-end pros have gone through that program and have worked with Stu, and I think there's not a whole lot of people who are more knowledgeable.
And I've known Stu since 2001 when I started racing cross and stuff like that. I bought my first frame from him when from his shop. But it's the longest standing program out there. Stu started Cyclocross World, I think in 99 or 98.
Just with how many top athletes that they've supported throughout their careers with like Lim Bissett and Jeremy Powers, and it's very cool because the best in cyclocross in the US have somehow been connected by Cyclocrossworld.com sometime throughout their year, and it's super cool to just be a part of that.
It's really nothing magical, it's just something I enjoy doing. I love doing it. It's the most fun I've ever had. Whether it's signing a rider, or whether it's working with sponsors, or whether it's setting up the trailer, or whether it's slinging, bikes in the pit, or pressure washing the bikes and all that. It's all part of the game. It's just a lot of fun.
It's an iconic program. It's been around for so long. You've seen so many people go through it. Their careers were made on this program. They were good racers before, and through the help of the program, they've become great racers. They've learned what it is to be a real professional, and that's what kind of I've always thought about the program. Is like, oh wow, that's where you go to become a professional. They treat you as such, and I think in turn you learn to be that person.
I came to Cannondale Cyclocross World my first year out of the juniors, so my first year under 23 was my first year riding. I think Stu's objective was give him the resources, let's see how he reacts to it, and I feel like I reacted really well, and their support has been fantastic. There was one day, I think it was early spring, and one of the spring classics were on, and I was just amped up. I was an amped up 7-year-old, and I was bugging my dad to take me out for a bike ride. So we went out on this ride. It ended up being 20 miles, just we got lost. But it was pouring rain, it was really cold, and I remember that was the first miserable day I had on a bike. At the time it was miserable, but I think afterwards it was just a sense of accomplishment. The first nationals I was at was 2005 in Providence, Rhode Island. And that was the year it was really icy, really snowy, just terrible conditions, but 10-year-old Curtis loved it just because you're playing in the snow, you're crashing in this corner and you're just slipping and sliding, having a good time. Of course, I want to win. It's something that's always eluded me for the past 10 years. With a course like this, it's going to be a pretty deserving winner, whoever wins. I think for the past couple of years especially, I've been able to see big jumps in my development. Sometimes I get a little impatient with things, but there's a lot of people just keep reminding me that I still have a lot of time. I'm a sophomore in college, third year under 23. I think that I have more room to develop as an athlete. I don't think I'm near my peak yet, so that's what I'm really excited about.
I have this mindset where it's like I'm starting this race to win. And whether I do or not, just having that mindset is a huge step forward for me. So I'm super proud of the work I've done to try to get to that point mentally.